alternate titles for this video were also, if you try to start writing that book within those 10 years and failed it maybe multiple times, that's okay. That one gives you a personal insight into the inspiration for this video. I've never really done this, but I was like, I miss making videos. I'm just gonna make a video where I just have one thought that makes me happy and I share it. Because I am planning on making other videos and doing this bigger series and blah blah blah, plans. But like, I realized like, oh, I used to just like get an idea for a video and make it in the same day. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna put it up this morning. Okay, so the title of this video is, if you can't write that one book for 10 years, that's okay. I feel like there's this weird misconception that like writers have to operate the way other people do in other careers, but like the cool thing about writing is like, so much of the creating is in your head, like you don't need anyone else, that you can do your work in a non-linear fashion. But then we like look at famous authors and we act like their career was linear when like, in fact, I don't think it was. I think pretty much all great writers struggle with this, where they like have these like impulses for huge, big stories, but then they're not ready to write them yet because they're still like a growing writer who needs to like cultivate other skills before they can do their like magnum opus. Like, I've got my book that I've been carrying around for 8 years. It's a book I love so much it hurts. It's a book I love so much I tried to write, that didn't work, so I tried to turn it into a screenplay, that really didn't work. And then in my first year of vlogging, I made a video about how writing that book didn't work and how I had to basically like break up with it, and that was really hard. Is this parting of ways simple? No, it's a breakup. Breakups suck. STL was about this outcast super strength girl whose sister is kidnapped and no one will help her get her back. And there are cities at war and long stretches of, I can't fully summarize it. But I've just been thinking about it lately because I realized like I've gained this new confidence as a writer, especially over the last like year and a half, and especially with writing this book that like I'm really excited about and I can't wait to tell you guys more about. Anyway, just recently like I got to this point where I realized like I know I'm gonna write that book, and somehow the feeling of like feeling bad that I hadn't written it in yet and that it was some kind of doomsday sign that it's like, oh, it's never gonna pan out, it's just gonna be one of those books that I never could figure out how to write. And I'm like, no, I can see it more and more, because whenever like I think about that book, not because I want to, but because I watched someone else's great, amazing action saga epic, you know, like I'll go see the new Star Wars movie, or I'll go see Avengers, or I'll watch like the amazing Game of Thrones episode, no spoilers. And I'm just like feeling so many emotions, and I love this story because I've been with these characters for so long. I was like, oh my God, I was like, I've been with these characters for so long alone, but I was like, but that's gonna fuel me to turn this book into like an epic that like one day other people will feel. For example, the times when I feel so close to this book, it's always at these weird moments. It's usually when I'm walking out of a theater of a movie that I've really loved that was like an action epic, and then I'm walking out of the theater and it's all dark and all I hear is like the music from the movie, and like my brain just starts like clicking through scenes of my own book that, you know, one day I want to be a movie or a big TV show. And I feel it, and it's so fun, and I love those moments because it's like I get to watch the movie of my book before I've written it, and it's kind of like I just got so emotional talking about this book like it was like a child that I haven't had yet. And now Sally's concerned. Thank you, sweetheart. But it's like getting to talk to like your future child before they're born. You get to like time travel for a second and like see what it could be. I'm so dorky. I'm crying about my book that I haven't written yet. Oh my God. Well, I figure the only people who are gonna watch this video are the people who've been watching me for years, to like, hello, unfiltered. But like, I love it. Like, it's just like in those moments where I'm like enjoying someone else's epic work, I realize like, rather than like me forgetting the stuff I used to brainstorm about, like it's all there and the scenes come back. And just because it's not in a form where I can share it with anyone doesn't mean it's not real. Like, just because you're the only one who knows like the spine of your book and like the plot turning points and the characters and why they're amazing, like that doesn't make it any less real. Sally. And then I realized I bet some of my favorite authors have had this exact same feeling. So then I Googled it. I basically just Googled like, when did George R.R. Martin come up with the story for Game of Thrones? And this is what I found, and it was all very encouraging, so I'm including it. When George R.R. Martin was still a kid, one of the first stories that he ever created was inspired from his pet of turtles that kept dying, so he came up with a background setting of turtles vying for a quote-unquote throne. Like, he was a kid. I just think it's so cool, and it just got me so jazzed because, like, I realized that as I grow and mature, the books that I haven't written yet that I really care about, there's like this one in particular, it's gonna be born. It's just a much longer gestation period than other books, but that's okay. Like, and I think it's just gonna make it more worthwhile and amazing when I finally do write it. My little goblin. Yeah, basically all of this is to say that, like, if you are a young writer, if you are a young person, if you are a person who's kind of newly realized that they really want to go after writing, like maybe you're older, like, just because you haven't written it yet does not mean you won't write it, and it's okay. And this is a safe space to talk about this project. So feel free to tell me about them in the comments below. I would love to hear it. And I think that's just something we can talk about more. Just a little honest thought that I realize, oh, this brings me comfort, and maybe it'll bring comfort to some of you guys. So anyway, that's that. And I have to go move my car and take Sally to the dog park. Sally. But yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you're well, and I would love to hear how you guys are doing in the comments, because it always makes me so happy. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, love you, bye. You're so cute. Can you just come say hi for a second? She's so hip. Come on.